Hello there, my name is Paula Gardner. I'm a psychologist and coach, and my business is scarletthinking.com. That's where you can find me. So today I want to talk to you about men and asking for help. So we all know the cliche about men not asking for help and poring over a map when there's plenty of people passing by that could actually point them in the right direction. It's a cliche and we laugh at it, but actually not asking for help can literally kill you. My dad was born in 1939, and as a child he was scolded. It was in those old days when people had tin bars in the front room and kettles would be filled up and carried over, and unfortunately somebody tripped or my dad got in the way and he was scolded down his neck. And a few years ago, the scar that was on his neck started changing colour, started getting discoloured. Both myself and my mum, we urged him to go and get checked out. In fact, he told us that he had got checked out, but he hadn't. And finally, he went to the doctors because it was started to get really itchy, got sent to A&E that same day. And basically it was malignant melanoma that had gone quite far. And he died last April. And this is something that, well, it's why I feel so passionate about encouraging men to ask for help, even if they are feeling vulnerable and they don't want to do it. The suicide rates for men are really high. 80% of suicides in the UK are men, apparently. And I think there are a number of reasons that men don't like asking for help. And one of those is that, the way that we bring boys and girls up differently. So, early on, if a girl falls over when she's learning to walk, she's picked up, cuddled, or put on your lap. Oh, it'll be all right. Give it a rub, Boys are told to be brave and to get on with it and to get, to try again. And that's what we instill in boys in this culture, to be independent, to be brave, to get back on your feet. And this goes a long way to making boys and men feel that, that's what they should do. They should be brave and get on with it. And it also means that, as society perpetuates itself, that, the role models that men see are other men who aren't asking for help. So it's perpetuating that myth of having to be strong and independent and able to manage it on your own. Asking for help can bring up difficult, vulnerable feelings of helplessness, feelings of being uncomfortable, and maybe even feelings of shame. And those feelings are not just, male only. Women can feel like that when they ask for help too. But I think one thing that women often have is a strong network of friendships that actually, with other women that cross subjects, we are more able to talk about lots of different things. Conversation with girls on a night out can range from everything to, their work, their partner, their kids, what are they reading, where they're booking their next holiday, what Instagram influencer that they've noticed recently. Conversations is, far ranging and spread. And that's not to say that men's conversation isn't, but women, I think, are more comfortable in talking about more personal things. One thing they don't talk about is money, but that's a whole other video. And many men lack this network of other men, or women that they can talk to, and they may feel quite isolated as a result. So one thing that I would like to impress upon you is that if you are struggling in any way, whether it's with your mental health, whether it's a physical problem, even if it's an issue with somebody at work, for instance, please do think about the help that might be available to you. So this could be in the form of a therapist. It could be the form of a charity helpline like Samaritans or Mind. It could be from your doctor. It could be from a friend. It's been proven that merely telling somebody about your issues, about your problem, is beneficial. It actually helps reduce the stress of and severity of that problem. So just being able to get it off your chest. In the meantime, even writing it out, journaling, or there's an audio app called Journify where you can journal, being able to say what's bothering you can be some help. But one thing that I encourage my clients to do is to actually get used to the idea of asking for help. It's a very interesting and useful skill to have, and not many of us are comfortable with it. So I'm not saying you have to, suddenly become the most vulnerable, weak person in the world and ask for help doing everything, but just have a little think about, is there anything that you can ask for help with? Is there something that you can delegate to somebody else, for instance, in work? Ask for help with ideas for a project. Bring in that ability to ask for help and support into your personal range will really help improve your resilience. So whether you're a man watching this or a woman watching this or whoever, really think about your own ability to ask for help and how you can improve that. And if you're struggling anyway, take action on it now and get some help. Thank you.